Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're going over part 2 of the Queen of Tax Fraud, Miss Rashia here. So let's get right into it, shall we?
Those guys might have OD'd. God knows, you might have bodies out there.
Oh God, I probably killed somebody, right?
So what? So you've got it now. You're doing the first time home buyer.
Yes.
I mean, are you slowly becoming better and better at? Well, one, you said it slowly started to dry up because they start figuring it out. But two, are you getting better and better at understanding how how filing taxes works?
I'm getting better at learning new schemes because I'm just getting on the computer, pushing the number in, and it's saying your refund will be direct deposited on Wednesday. I'm like, oh, so I'm just every day. 24 hours.
So if it says that there's an issue, are you going back and altering things to try and make it say that?
Yes, if it says rejected because the social don't match. There was ways. I had a few connections, like when I say connections, IRS workers, DMV workers, postal workers. I had connections. So I was able to go in or speak to my people to make sure I didn't do nothing wrong, or is there a letter off, or is there a number off or something? Because it'll be like the social don't match the name. Well, dang, it was matching, like, or this the information that I have, so it'll be something that was wrong, and I'll go back in and fix it. If I couldn't fix it, I couldn't fix it. But you know how many student loans I paid? Do you know how many child supports I paid? I'm filing people that has child support, and it'd be like, due to child support fines or payment, like the whole refund was getting taken. But it's part of the game. So I helped somebody again, like, and I still.
You're doing God's work.
Right.
Yeah, I would
doing the
get the
government's
guy's
work.
stuff and go into DM. Well, I'd order their like their driving record, right? And get it, and they'd be $600. They'd have an unpaid ticket from like 4 years ago for $600.
Right.
I go pay the ticket. I got to get a driver's license in the guy's name.
Right.
I had one guy, Gary Sullivan. People know this name because I borrowed like 1.3 million in his name. Gary Sullivan had roughly probably 20,000 in medical debt when I pulled his credit. I was like, fuck. So I negotiated. I paid it all off. I don't know if I got for 10 or 15,000, but I paid like 15 grand to pay off his medical debt because it was affecting my ability to get him a mortgage.
Right.
Of course.
You know, and that, granted, I did run his debt up to, over $1 million, but still I did pay off the medical. You know, he could have cleaned that up. He could have, yeah.
Shout out to Michael. At least he cleaned his medical up first, because he could have just left him effed up.
But you helped them out.
I mean, he seemed happy.
Right. You don't got to pay.
He didn't come to my sentencing.
So he didn't testify.
Okay.
No, he's not. He didn't say anything. I've never heard from him. As it's getting,
I would love to hear from him.
As you're learning more and more, are you making more and more? Or are you just getting, and at this point too, people are now like telling other people, like,
you and a friend,
yeah,
go to her.
You want $500 right now?
Oh no, price is different now. So now we're talking 2008 going into 2009. I'm doing this fraud. Everybody want a piece of the money. Once again, it don't even matter. Okay, well, put me down as a first-time home buyer too. So I'm doing all of those things. I'm getting people back. I forgot at that time how much was I charging them when it's their name, because I know eventually you're gonna owe. You're gonna owe for this home buyer. You're not gonna owe for the other stuff.
All right.
So I thought, well, I don't think nobody owed, but that I made a lot, but it wasn't where I profit a lot off each return. You know what I mean? Like, versus I can do the self-employment, pay out $1,500, make $35, because these people are real people and they're going to end up owing. So I think I was probably getting $2,000 maybe and giving them $5,500 because it was $7,500 at the time. But I was okay with that.
All right.
Because you got the real people and you got all those people that are already filed, like the homeless people. So I was good. I'm great. It ain't no more stealing no clothes. It ain't no more selling my body. It ain't no more none of that. We enter in 2029. Now I got to do something different. I'm going to open up me a business.
Wait a minute. You said 2029.
No,
It's
2009.
Oh, okay. I thought she said 29, right?
No, she said 29.
Okay, 2009.
2009.
So now you're going to open a
You
business.
know
So
what?
now
I
I'm gonna
don't
open up me
usually
a
do
business.
this, but we're finna go back.
You're not going to owe for the other stuff.
I know
Right.
what
So
I
I thought,
heard.
well, I don't think nobody owed, but that, I think I made a lot, but I
Mhm.
didn't, it wasn't where I profit a lot off each
Mhm.
return. You know what I mean? Like versus I can do the self-employment, pay out 1,500, make 35.
Mhm.
Because these people are real people and they're going to end up owing. So I think I was probably getting 2,000 maybe and giving them 5,500 because it was 7,500 at the time. But I was okay with that
All right.
Mhm.
because you got the real people and you got all those people that are already filed, like the homeless people. So I was good. I'm great. It ain't no more stealing no clothes. It ain't no more selling my body. It ain't no more none of that. We enter in 2029. Now I got to
I got you. I knew I heard 29 too. Don't do that.
do something different. I'm going to open up me a business.
Wait a minute. You said 2029.
Mhm.
No,
It's
2009.
Oh, okay. I thought she said 29, right?
Because she
2000.
did.
Okay, 2009.
2009.
So
Mhm.
now you're going to open a business.
So now I'm going to open up me a business, which I did.
Tax preparer.
In 10
Nope.
years.
I
Or-
opened up a business, First Lady Entertainment.
Oh.
Okay.
What's that
So
about?
now I'm making,
What's that? What is that business?
so
Mhm.
First Lady Entertainment was a company. It was a promotion company,
Oh,
a club, not promotion company, like a club promotion company. Yes, I'm gonna call it that. Where in 2009, I started renting out venues, like little kids venues, like a building. Like I rented out the Armory before, like any like big event hall,
Right.
and I'll get a little DJ, pay him
Little
like
DJ.
$150, get some flyers made,
They ain't doing
and
that
I'll do
these
these
days.
teen events where we
Okay,
have
teen
these teen
events.
dances. I sell waters, I'll sell sodas. We're talking, it's hot, they dancing. $3 a water. And I got the teens coming in
Killing
and they paying $10 each kid. So if you got 500 kids in there for this weekend,
Right.
that's $5,000.
Yeah. And you paid what'd you pay the
The
venue
venue is
$1,000
probably-
bucks? 200 bucks for this guy?
Sometimes it's not even 1,000. It just depends on where I'm doing it. I have paid 1,000. DJ, 250, flyers, 100. Let's say I'm spending no more than $1,500. And then I can pack 500 kids in there, $10 a kid. This just the admission
Right. Plus
Now-
the water.
plus the water. So just not even including the water. So if I got 500 kids, that's $5,000. If I got 700 kids, that's what? $7,000. I'm making this every weekend. And I'm scheming.
Right.
So I'm slowly like becoming very, very, very successful. And I opened up this business when I started doing the kids. I'm like, whoa. Back in 2000, I was this female that just wanted to be in front of these celebrities, like a groupie. That's what they call them, groupies.
Mhm.
I
Sound
got
like
the
it.
money to pay them now. Let me see if I can pack a club.
Mm.
So then I started using my money and investing in real artists, like real rappers, like real paying them, paying the club, depending on what club. If it's a club night, it just depends on what club. I started paying the club, I started paying the artists, and I was making, now I'm up to probably $30,000 every show. 30 to 40 to 50. My successful event that I did, which I bought the rapper Plies, I made $111,000 in one night.
Mm.
You got to talk to Ian Bick.
Who that?
Ian Bick has a podcast. He went to prison for club promotions.
Mm-hmm.
It turned into a Ponzi scheme,
Mm-hmm.
where because he had rented the venue, had all these people that are supposed to come, and then it got snowed out. Right. This was up in Connecticut. It got snowed out.
Mhm.
So then what he does is he doesn't have the money now. So he goes to several of his friends and their parents are like, they know he's been doing this, making good money. So
Right.
they give him money to rent the venue out and do all the advertising, and it gets snowed out.
Damn.
And so now he owes them, but he packs it, but it was snowed out and it didn't quite, he didn't have as many people. And so he should have made this much money, but he barely broke in, doesn't even have the money to pay them back. And he told, no, we had this many people. We're good. And gave them some money and said, do you want to roll that money over to the next one?
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, so you owe me 80. Yeah. Truth is, they gave him 20 or 30. He didn't even have that anymore.
Wow.
It got to a point where I think is over $1 million he lost. He went to, you got to do his podcast. He's got a great podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might look into that.
I'll get you his number. He's got a good podcast.
So I did that. I'm doing my business, and now
Nothing goes wrong.
nothing goes wrong with my business. No, I'm successful. Like when you see First Lady Entertainment on the flyer from St. Petersburg, Orlando, Tampa, Clearwater, Bradenton, Brooksville, they're coming to my event. Because at my event, you know who's going to be out there? The fire marshals, because it's packed. And where there's a crowd, there's men, there's women, and there's money.
But these aren't teens anymore.
No, I'm doing teens on some weekends, but that's just summer, and I don't want to play with these teens. They want to fight. They want to shoot. No. I had to go to the big leagues because I was just that female that would die to be on the stage with a celebrity. And now I'm up here with the celebrities. Like, I brought you here and I'm making money. So it was just like, wow, like this 2009, like, I can't believe, like, I done prostituted, I done stole, I done did everything.
I done done
It's
it
a rags
all.
to riches story.
Rags to riches.
But you got to stop doing the illegal stuff.
I couldn't.
Of course not.
Like I said, you put a steak in front of a dog that's full, what that dog gonna do? Still gonna bite that steak because it's there and it's free. And we think of it, you go spend 50 grand a day. Dang, I need to make that 50,000 right back. So if you can just push 2 buttons and make the 50,000 right back, you're gonna scheme. Because the club money, you gotta wait. You gotta advertise for 6 weeks.
It's a lot of work.
You gotta invest to make the money. And it can be like,
And it's risky.
yes, it can be like your guy, where it can get snowed out, or it can rain, or we're in Florida, hurricane. Yes. So it's risky. So in the mix of those 6 weeks, I have to make money. I'm spending money. I'm radio. We're doing commercial. We're doing flyers. So you got to make money. Now, hey, dividends is in. You push this number in, I'm putting the dividends in, and they say, look, I'm getting 6,000 just playing with these numbers. Well, where you get the figures from? A friend of mine said, I know you probably like, well, who told you? A friend, this Tampa. Everybody's trying something new. Every time one scheme dry up, they just starting something new on the same site, same turbo, same tax slayer, H&R block tax, anything that has to do with taxes, Tampa. Now I'm just playing with the numbers. I don't even know what I'm putting in. I don't know the percentages, 7th grade education level. I don't know shit. I'm just putting the numbers in. Your refund will be direct deposited. I'm like, for $9,000? Hell no. Friday, I'm getting 100,000 dropped on one card. I'm like, 100,000 on this card, 100,000 on that card. Unbelievable.
So I have a question. Are you the only one doing this? I mean, do you have anybody else helping you? Or are they just bringing you numbers?
I don't have anyone helping me. I did everything on my own. There's people that's doing their own thing. They ain't helping me. They're helping themselves. So they did their own fraud for themselves.
But you know who they are and they know who you are. You guys.
They know who I am. I know who they are. Everybody. We're talking Tampa.
Yeah.
Everybody's. I wouldn't be surprised if the sheriff that I was dating wasn't doing fraud. Everybody's doing fraud. Like
definitely
everybody,
was.
doctors. It's fraud when you're printing out ledgers of names and selling it to me for $2,000, right?
Right.
Everybody wanted a piece of the money. Everybody. Grandmas, granddaddies. Everybody wanted a piece of the money.
So, I mean, I'm assuming you're not living in the projects.
I never lived in the projects when I became 18.
Okay.
No, I had my own place at 17. I lived in the projects growing up. I never lived, remember? I never wanted to raise my kids how I was raised.
Right.
I never lived in the projects.
So where were you living?
In 2009, I'm living in a house and I'm in the middle of purchasing my first house. I was waiting on it to get done. First house in Valrico, Florida, 3-bedroom, 2-car garage, upstairs, downstairs, pool. A little girl out the hood, 7th grade education level, mama on crack, daddy probably on crack, I don't know. I got a house with a pool, you know?
Right.
Like
No, I understand.
a house with a pool, like that's big coming from the projects. Any house with a pool, it can be a little shack. But when you got a house with a pool, oh, that's big.
How are you financing the house though? Like, because you can't walk in with all cash.
No, it's Tampa. Everybody is doing fraud. So if I am one of my first house was from a club owner. I'm coming in there. I'm making all of this money. He know I'm making this money. Not everybody knew about my illegal part of my life because I'm first lady. I have a job. I have this company. You're calling me now because my name is so big and these clubs are packed when my name is on the flyer. I want this girl at my club because my bar is going to do numbers.
So he
was a realtor
okay.
as well. He ain't asking me no questions. I'm buying the house from him. We're not going through the bank or anything.
Okay.
I'm going through him. We're able to.
So he's doing like owner financing the house for you. You put down like cash down.
My first house, I put $40,000 cash down. $40,000 cash down. And the house that he was selling me, which he was ripping me off, it was but keep in mind, I don't care because
Free money.
it's free money and I got my own house, mine, not yours, but mine. And he was doing a rent to own.
Right, yeah.
So each rent was going towards the price of the $200,000 that he was charging me with the $40,000 down. But I'm not giving you $1,000 rent a month. I'm giving you like 10, 20. Like I'm paying off the 200.
It's paid off in a year or two. Yeah.
Yeah, not even a year or two. Within a few months, it would have. Well, yeah, it would have been. But this 2009. Dividends went to railroad. We started doing retirement. It just every year, it's just something different. It started burning hot. We're from 2009 to 2010. It's 2010 now. I go get my body done. First Lady Entertainment is on the rise.
Of course.
Your body done.
I went and got my breasts done,
Okay.
just the female stuff, lipo, tummy tuck. I'm dating NFL players.
Oh, God.
I'm just like, oh, okay. I like this life. But with that fast life, every time you spend $100,000, you want that $100,000 back. I got probably $40,000 on my neck. I got like just living the life. I'm riding around in that 550, a X5, a Lexus truck. I'm just like, I like this life. But it's an expensive lifestyle.
It sounds like
Did you ever get robbed? I mean, keep in mind the people
Yes.
you're dealing with are.
Yes, I did get robbed at one time in 2009
Just like a home invasion?
9 or 10. Yes, my door got kicked in and guys I feel like it was a hit, meaning a friend of mine set me up.
It's typically what it is.
Yeah, because the guys that robbed me, you can tell that they didn't want to put hands on me. Like one of the guys slapped me, and when the police came, I couldn't even tell the police which side he slapped me on. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't. It wasn't
Yeah, it wasn't as brutal. They didn't yank you
No.
around. They didn't.
I mean, that's typical. Let me play it off and yank her around, but they didn't beat me, and they didn't get nothing. I would have, you know. They had a shotgun. It was me and my kids. We was in a room. My friend, one of my homegirls, was on the couch in the living room, and my dad, he had came home from prison, and he was living with me. And I heard the door kick in, boom, and I'm like, but in my room, I had a back door to my room, so I can easily run out my back door. But I'm scared of frogs, and I'm scared of snakes, and I'm scared of raccoons, and they used to be back there. So it
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
I'm not running.
So instead of trying to protect my life, I'm gonna sit in this room because I'm scared of animals. Lady, come on now. I'm not. If you're so smart, bro. All right. I guess your fight or flight didn't kick in then.
Out this door, and I'm not gonna leave my kids. But when I heard the boom, I heard a tussle. My dad
Guess you can't
shot
leave the
past the
kids.
men to hurry up and use the phone because he wasn't gonna be able to call the police right then because they was running in. It was like everybody heard the boom. It wasn't like a boom. It was a boom. And I was like, but by that time, they already came and kicked in when I heard the boom, I got up and locked my room door. I mean, but of course they're gonna kick it in. So they kicked in my door, and my 2 kids was in the bed with me. I got 2 kids at the time. And 2 of the guys came in. It was a total of, I think, 4 guys, because one had my friend by the hair. She was on the front room. 2 was in my room, and another one was maybe searching for my dad or searching the house, because it was a total of 4 of them. So then they stood there. They even had they have the nerve to bring a shotgun. So you really gonna shoot me with a shotgun? Like, you gotta, not just, and they had the shotgun to me and my kids. It was like, where's the money? I'm like, what money? This before the diamonds. This, the big gold chains. Like, this before, because we're talking 2009. 2010 is when I got the diamonds. And I only have I have an X5 and a Lexus truck right now. But
That's probably why she wouldn't got the diamonds. Because, I'm going to stun even harder now. Since y'all wanted to rob a motherfucker, I'm going to stun on y'all even harder. Guys, if you're watching this, don't do none of that, please.
I got the X5 painted like the men used to do with the dub floaters, the rims that spin, the color of the car. The interior is done black and teal. Like, I mean, if I was them, I'd try to rob me too. I'm doing too much. And
did you not have cash?
No, I'm not gonna have cash. Like, I'm not. That's just stupid. Like, I'm from the hood. Like, I'm not gonna. You hear stories. I'm not gonna have no safe in my house. I didn't have it. I have safes, but they ain't at my house.
Right.
And I didn't have cash. I probably had like $600 in cash and some gold jewelry. Like, they took the purse. I never stayed in the hood when I came up. Only growing up, I lived in the project. So in this community that I lived in, I lived around a lot of older people. There was a lot of white people. I ain't gonna say it was a retired community, but it was a lot of older people. The ones that sit on the porch and watch everything.
They need to get going.
Yes. So when they heard that, I guess from the officer's report, when they kicked in my door, I promise you, they must have to be sitting in the car already before they kicked in the door. As soon as they kicked in the door, the helicopter was flying over the house. Like, they didn't have no time in the house at all. So those people, which they did state, they knew that it was something suspicious going on because they had this black van in the road down the street. So the people had called the police already. So while they're on their way, they was 1 second away from going to jail. The police, they left their van. They couldn't even run back to their van. They dropped the keys. It was so dark. They dropped the keys.
They run in the woods and just got away?
They got away. They had to split up. You got my dad ran out the front door, called the police, but the police was already on the way. So it's multiple police now. You got more than one call. But they already there. As soon as the door got kicked in, you can hear the helicopter. The guys got away because on that street, it was really no
lights.
No lights.
All right.
They got away. But these fools was in their mother van.
Of course. It's
How I
always
found
something.
out, the detectives.
Right.
And one of the guys didn't have on a mask. And when the detectives came, my son was like, Mom, that's that man that had that big shotgun. So my son was able to point out the guy from the lineup, the same guy. And one of the guys, I ain't gonna elaborate too much on this, but my friend, boyfriend, his last name was the last name to the van.
Okay.
The brothers, he have brothers that lives in Lakeland, Florida. The van was from Lakeland. The last name matches the vans, and the people that robbed me was from Lakeland, Florida, from the lineup. Same last name as him.
So eventually they grabbed him, but were they prosecuted? They dropped.
Eventually, they grabbed him, and they came back for me. They rolled back on my street. One day, I was coming from the club, the casino, and they was riding up my street, and I saw him, and I called the police. So I was driving down the street, and I was going up one way. It was like a 2-lane.
Okay. That that was a little confusing. But anyway, it's always somebody close to you. It's usually an inside job. You know, it's not you're gonna be your friend, but it's gonna be somebody that your friend knows, right? Because they don't want to be directly connected to robbing you. So if you're doing dirt, man, do it about your lonely. That's what I always say.
Street, but it was so small. Like cars are like they be so close. Like you can't bust a U-turn in the street
Right.
because it's so small and narrow. And I see this like a F-150 or like it was a pickup a truck with these guys in there, and they were just looking, and I'm like, one of those guys, that guy is like, you know how you can just they had a lineup of a whole bunch of men.
Right.
And one of the men was in that truck, but the other guy was in jail. One of the guys went to jail.
Right.
The guy that we was able to point out from the lineup, he went to jail because it's his mother truck, that everything just matched it with the lineup.
Right.
And he was fighting a home invasion, which carried like, what, 25 to life?
It can.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh God. That was their warning. Like, you go testify on my people, your ass is gone. And this might sound stupid because at the end of the day, like they did come in my house, they did violate me, they did violate my kids. Like I'm sure that my kids remember that because my son was like, yeah, Ma, this the guy that had the shotgun. He was only like 7 maybe at the time. I just didn't feel right going to court. Like taking somebody's life away from them for 25 years to life when, yes, they home invaded me, but they didn't harm me. Because the guy that slapped me.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I knew that it was a hit. And I knew exactly who it was. And guess what? Karma. Because he's doing 30 years now. So it's ways, like, it's always, like, I didn't go to court, but they still got their karma.
I like how she tried to circle back and tie that all in, but no. If you got somebody running up in your house, putting weapons to your face and your children, no. Knock them down. I don't give 10, 15, 20. I don't care if it was a hit. You didn't have to do it. You didn't have to run up in my house. You made that choice. So my choice is going to be throw the book at him. Man, some of y'all, bruh, y'all too nice.
Right.
And I didn't have to worry about nobody coming back harming my family or harming me. But they left me alone. They didn't get nothing. I didn't get nothing. I didn't have no bruises. They took probably 5, 6, I don't even remember. It was some chump change. And that was the only time I got invaded. And I hate to say this, but I'm happy that it happened then the following year when I really was up, when I'm rocking diamonds, when I'm living lavish. Like that was me on the rise. Like I'm spending money, I'm making money, but I'm not a millionaire
Right.
as of yet, you know? So it happened and I didn't go to court. And the brother that I know who actually did the hit, he's doing 30 years right now.
For home invasion or something else?
I don't know. It happened since I've been in prison. So I didn't ask, I didn't care. I just asked someone like where he at. And it was like, oh, he up the road doing 30 years. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Ooh.
So what happened I mean, does the first time home buyer, then you said the retirees retirement benefit, or the
The the retirement. So now we're in 2011. 2011. What's the IV, the form? It got an I on there. IV. It's another form on the TurboTax site. And now we have W-2s.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it right there, guys. If you want to watch the rest, I'm gonna leave the link in the description, like I always do. I'm enjoying her story so far. There are some missteps I'm hearing and seeing, but you can only do so much with a seventh grade education, as she keeps saying, you know. So if she became a millionaire, which is it sounds like that's what she progressed to, then hats off to her. She's a boss, queen of tax fraud. That's why we're watching this. But if you made it this far, thank you. Hit the like button and let me know how you feel in the comments. I've been J Stat. That ain't this. Peace.